This is Majinoni, and here's my review for the Secret Service and America's Got Powers. Number 1. Both of these are number 1s, and both are probably one of the more looked at independent books, because this one's by Bryan Hitch in terms of the art, and this is Mark Millar's new miniseries put out by Icon. At least I think it's a miniseries. Probably is. Anyways, let's start with Secret Service. Now, Dave Gibbons' art, I like it, but I don't always like it. But in this case, I'm finding it pretty entertaining. Part of me wishes that it was a little bit more gritty, because it's a Secret Service type story with spies and stuff like that, but I'm okay with it for right now. Now, the beginning was really funny because you have this attempted kidnapping and rescue thing gone horribly wrong, and that immediately captured me into the story. From there, what we have is a situation where you have basically one family member who's basically a spy, and his family, is, like his sister, nephew, people like that, are basically trash people. Now, when his nephew gets in trouble constantly, and he needs to the guy has to constantly come and bail him out. So what it looks like is going to happen is it's going to be like a life lesson type story, which could be actually really interesting, because then I think what we can see is some really good character growth, and that's what I'm really looking for in terms of stories. I want to see characters growing. I want to see action, things like that. So I'm hoping it's going to have all of that for me. So this is definitely going to be going on my pull list. I don't know how long it's going to stay there, but at least for right now, it's good. I'm enjoying it. Also, I guess you could say I also like it in the sense, Mark's been throwing out stuff like Nemesis and Kick-Ass and Hit Girls coming out, and all of those have just been ultra violent from the very beginning, and it's refreshing to see, okay, this one's a little bit violent at the start, but then it goes into story mode, and it looks like he's developing the story a lot more than, relying just on the next stabbing or bat to the face type story, which is, I'm finding it very, very refreshing. So this is definitely a plus. I can see that there's going to be some people who are probably not going to appreciate it as much, just because it doesn't have a lot of balls to the walls action. But I think what's going to happen is, as the story progresses, I think we're going to see more and more action thrown into it. Now, America's Got Powers. As you can see, this is an oversized issue, and at first, I wasn't going to get it, but I really like Bryan Hitch's art, so I picked it up. At the beginning, reminded me of Rising Stars, JMS's book, because what you had, remember in Rising Stars, you had that comet meteor thing, and then it gave everybody powers. In this thing, it's the same thing, in the sense something lands, and everybody within 5 miles gives birth to people with powers, type thing. And from there, then it goes into some craziness. You have, basically what's going on is, you have, imagine a reality show, like America's Got Talent or something like that, but they're all superheroes and they're battling these robots called paladins. And, it's basically like a game show where, anything goes up to a point and there's rules for this and that. But overall, it's a really, really violent game show. And, of course, it's very heavily rated, and it's, like, it's something that I would probably watch, in all honesty. Now, what's going on is everybody has, I guess you can say, power rankings. So, there's this guy, Tommy. He's got no powers whatsoever. His brother, though, has powers. And, let me rephrase it. He has powers, but his power level is 0. So it's like everybody treats him like trash. Now, while all that's going on, you have the military coming in, and they're trying to, well, not trying, they're basically going to be taking over these kids. And the military has a special surprise for that very next competition. Now, the next competition ends with a bang, so to speak, and it was really no surprise to me how it ended, just because what they all the, I guess you can say, foreshadowing that they laid out beforehand, at least in terms of this character and stuff. Overall, I have to admit, I came in here wanting to hate this book. I thought this book was going to be really stupid and boring, but it actually was entertaining. At least this first issue. I don't know if it's going to keep my interest beyond that. I'm not going to lie, part of it is the action and the art style. It's really violent, it's really brutal at times, and it's, I'm really liking it for those reasons too. I don't know if there's enough story to go 6 issues though, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to give it another try, the next issue. But I think, if you're looking for something maybe a little bit different, just a little bit, not much different, you might want to give both of these 2 books a try. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think, and I'll have more reviews later. So until next time.